You know what I find the most crazy about this cheating topic? Is that 2K and the way in which they have developed gameplay for 2K25, I think they've pushed more players to go and learn more about these cheating devices and cheating softwares than they would have done had they just kept gameplay the way it once was, making shooting and dribbling more difficult for players. I think that's one approach to 2K development. I'd like to believe that 2K players love to take on a new challenge. The problem that arises is when 2K players start to find out that it's all RNG. It's all out of your control. This simulation is a complete lie. All right, y'all, so we got a lot to catch up on. We got the college basketball game that both EA and 2K are in talks about making. We're going to explain to you guys why they're even considering making a basketball game. We got some more information on that stuff. We're also going to get into the cheating devices that are plaguing the whole 2K gameplay experience. You no longer need an actual device attached to your controller. You pretty much just need to download a software. And a former scriptwriter from these cheating communities actually just exposes the whole thing. Come to find out that some of your favorite 2K players, they may just have been using a script. We're also going to get into a new Twitter/X algorithm that could silence some of your favorite X creators. We finna get into all the details. If any of you guys are new here, consider dropping a like and a sub. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Let's get to the damn video.
It's AllCity. Load up that clip.
All right, y'all. So in this first segment, I want to get into probably one of the more important topics about EA and 2K considering a collaboration and creating a college basketball game. This post, I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with. It's from the College Basketball Report. It says EA and 2K are reportedly in talks to bring back a college basketball video game with the eyes emoji. But this is not the source of the information. Digging a little deeper, it was Mike Straw of Insider Gaming who was the main source of this information that was leaked. He says multiple sources have told me that both EA and Take-Two have had continued internal conversations about a college basketball game. He goes on to say, unknown how far along these talks are, but there are groups within both companies pushing heavily for it. So after doing a little research on this topic, I found out that it's commonplace for there to be internal conversations about ideas for video games. For instance, that college football game, that was in talks 5 years prior to it getting released. Going further down the rabbit hole, I also found out that the college football game's success is the catalyst for there even being consideration for a college basketball game. I want to pull up some snippets from this article from thegamer.com. It says, as the Gamer reported previously, CFB 25 was a massive success, even before the game officially launched. In the lead up to its official release, 2.2 million people paid a minimum of $100 for early access privileges. The game has since risen to become the all-time best-selling football game in history and the #2 sports game ever. For us 2K players, we should be able to translate that as dollar signs. You know, 2K follows the money. So it's highly likely that both 2K and EA would have a shared invested interest in creating a college basketball game if college football broke so many records. But I want to give you guys fair warning because it's a difficult task to pull off. I want to pull up this next snippet. It says here, that's because there are 352 Division I basketball programs, with a grand total of 363 when including schools transitioning from Division II or Division III. That's a lot of schools compared to the 134 FBS schools that College Football 25 included in their video game. For reference, the NCAA college basketball is not divided into subdivisions like football. And what they're basically saying here is that to create a college basketball game, it'll prove to be way more complicated than it was to create a college football game. But they continue on and elaborate further in this next snippet. It says, factor in the sheer number of schools plus the ability to contract real player likenesses via NIL, and things start to get really doozy really quickly. Then again, money is the ultimate equalizer, and if there's a chance a college basketball game could be half as successful as its football counterpart, then things will find a way to happen. Ultimately, only time will tell if college basketball becomes a thing, though at least it's in conversation. You know, one of the biggest things that players loved about the college football game was that it seemed to have brought the fun back to sports gaming, seemingly leaning more in favor of our arcadey type of play style versus a simulation playstyle. I would like to ask you guys, do you think EA and 2K could put their minds together to create a similar experience for a college basketball game? I would love to get back to playing a basketball game that was as explosive as NBA 2K used to be. And as I read off in the article from thegamer.com, they're predicting that this college basketball game only has to prove to be half as successful as the college football game, meaning that these companies only have to present half the level of success to their investors, and they could really make something happen. The way NBA 2K has 2K25 players feeling this year, it'll mess around and be a mass exodus, as players are heavily anticipating any level of competition, even if it's from the same company. I have a feeling players will just dip off and be so grateful that there's just another option for basketball gaming out there. So what do you guys think? Sound off in the comment section if you would like to see EA and 2K make a college basketball game. I'm definitely curious to hear what you guys feel about this. There's a couple more topics that I want to get into. One of the major topics is the cheating devices that are plaguing 2K and how players no longer even need an actual device attached to their controller anymore. All they need to do is pretty much download a software. Before we get into the cheating device topic, I would like to very quickly talk about this new Twitter/X algorithm that Elon Musk is incorporating into his whole platform. He says, just a reminder that the algorithm is trying to maximize unregretted user seconds. If far more credible, verified subscriber accounts, not bots, mute/block your account compared to those who like your posts, your reach will decline significantly. So the algorithm is going to gauge if these credible/verified accounts start blocking you, matching that up against your general likes, the new X algorithm will start limiting your reach. And the reason why I thought this was interesting is because this is probably going to affect some 2K creators on X. Probably one of the most blocked 2K players or 2K influencers in 2K history, Bridge, responds to Elon Musk's post saying this might be the worst change I've ever seen from this app. If you guys don't know, it has become a common theme within the 2K community for major creators or major influencers to block Bridge. So much so that sent out this post as well, saying, however, I know there are verified accounts in the 2K community who block me, which is why I don't like the new update from X. Just because someone blocks me doesn't mean my account should be deboosted or something like that. That's pretty much what Elon Musk expressed. If your account gets blocked by major creators, then or verified credible creators, then maybe they'll start limiting your reach or limiting how much influence you have in your particular community. Now, we all understand how toxic the 2K community can get. So I'm sure some creators might be concerned that there'll be like a mass block to really limit any creator that some folks may not like. Well, Elon Musk has an answer for you guys as well. He says, that said, any accounts found to be engaged in coordinated attacks to spam target accounts with mute/blocks will themselves be categorized correctly as spam. Live by spam and you'll die by spam. I wonder who the 2K community is going to target first with these mass mute/blocks. I am almost certain that it is gonna happen. Anyway, moving on, let's talk about these cheating devices. Man, if anything is like the main culprit behind changing the scope of gameplay trajectory for the 2K franchise, it is these cheating scripts and cheating devices. I can't front y'all, this year is more noticeable than ever that the gameplay has changed so drastically from what it once was, and a lot of the gameplay mechanics incorporated into this new type of 2K gameplay seems to only have been put in place to challenge cheaters. And I don't think there was ever a point in time where cheaters plagued the entire 2K experience to the point that we had to make this type of significant change to gameplay. I was there, I was outside all those years in the beginning stages. We'd only come across cheaters maybe a handful of times throughout an entire 2K cycle. And I'm talking about I used to play endlessly from morning to night, rarely if ever coming across a cheater, and I was outside in the park. Although I know a lot of the cheaters went into stage and infiltrated the higher levels of competitive gameplay modes, the point that I'm trying to make is that cheaters back then served no more of an impact than they do right now. In fact, I think cheaters have even a greater impact in today's 2K, and this is with all the changes to gameplay that 2K made to combat against cheaters. Makes zero sense. So it seems that one of the developers from one of these older 2K scripts has had a falling out with some of the new wave of cheating developers. He ended up getting banned from their Discord, and he said, I'm exposing the whole thing. The good homie BrutalSim made a video about this. I chopped up some key points so I could react to, but if you guys want to see the full video, I have a link in the description below. 2K running ragged, trying to minimize the impact of cheating in 2K games. Come to find out, these cheating developers have made it easier than ever for 2K players to automatically green all their shots. Let's take a look at what Brute uncovered. Let's load up that clip. All right, yeah, so let's see what Brute found out about these cheating devices on NBA 2K25.
Cheaters. Back in the day, once you had the timing off of the field, you were good as an elite shooter. You didn't have to worry about the switch up timing. You didn't have to worry about every animation telling you something different. You didn't have to worry about none of that. Somewhere around 2K 2021 current gen, it was exposed that people been abusing cheating devices. And since then, variable shot timing was introduced. So basically, what we're going through today, all the shooting woes, all the arguments behind shooting is linked to cheaters.
The dude who's actually exposing the whole thing, he's about to talk right now. But I just wanted to touch base on that real quick because it was as of NBA 2K21 that I felt like the game just went downhill, and it spiraled downhill very quickly, out of control. And since NBA 2K21, the amount of time that I spend on the game very quickly declined. It was in the year prior, NBA 2K20, that I probably spent the most amount of time on any 2K game hitting legend. Now let's hear what 2K Hefe had to say.
2K Hefe, the old founder from the Zen scripts, bro, it's over. I just want you guys to know, welcome aboard to computer vision. A lot of people that are running computer vision isn't gonna like this video, so like I said, y'all, and I'm gonna go ahead and expose this because I don't really give no but yeah, welcome to computer vision. Let's go ahead and check this build out really quick. This is so active and easy. I got a 68 3-ball. I don't have any VC on this account, so it doesn't really matter. 60 overall, no attributes. I didn't put up his overall or anything, but basically, go ahead and put them Zens down and get right on CV. That's how easy it is, bro.
He's telling you, you see him actively greening. Let me play that off so you can show all the greens.
Don't know what this is. I'm a 60 overall. You see what I'm capable of doing with no badges, no anything. Like, I don't have any badges. This is how easy it is.
Now, let me help put this in perspective, because I know a lot of people are like, he's going to tell you, he's going to say in a second that you could spend, I don't know if he mentioned it already, but you could spend about $280 to get computer vision and this software downloaded onto your computer, and you will instantly start greening out there. You won't have to worry about missing your shots. I will tell you guys firsthand that I know 2K players spend way more than $280 playing this game just to hit half of their shots. So I could only imagine how many 2K players are secretly using these type of devices or these type of softwares. Anyway, let's let him keep talking.
I'm not gonna map out and tell you how it's working. But for the most part, put the Zens down, bro. Spend your about 280 if you're on Xbox.
And I know what y'all saying right now. I could see it in the comments. Xbox people are always cheating. It's
you damn Xbox players.
Always Xbox. This cross-platform is killing us with the cheaters. Hold up. It ain't only Xbox. I got more info for y'all. The last time I was speaking to a comp player, he started stuttering, and I knew I got him. I knew that a lot of these comp players, I'm talking about both in stage and in pro.
It's the worst type of people, in my opinion. If you out there sweat, it's one thing if you're a real sweat, like you do the lab work and you just play good naturally because you're consistently on the game and you just really learn your jump shot. You learn how to play this game. But in my opinion, it's a whole nother thing to be like the biggest trash talker and yet you're using a cheating device. That is like the worst to me, man. Anyway,
they're using these devices. Trust your boy on that. Not all of them. I'm not going to say all of them,
especially if you develop a reputation.
Found a way to finesse the system. Now he sent me this post right here, and of course he got some proof. He said, I just want you and everybody to know there's a lot of misinformation out there that surrounded the Chronozen and the Titan. Now they are working and have been for the last few years. They found out that Helios isn't what you and others think. Helios is just what the Titan 2 people in the Discord input scene made as another way for people to cheat. They're basically a software installed on your PC that monitors the screen that you use if you don't have the Titan 2. So
So basically, you don't need a device anymore. You could show your controller on screen. Like if you're live streaming, you could show your controller, you could show your hands. You don't need to worry about using an actual device. This software is downloaded onto your computer. And I know a lot of you guys are wondering, well, is this only for PC players? No, you hear them saying Xbox and PS5 players, which they're going to describe how you use these particular softwares from the Xbox version to the PS5 version. It goes through some remote play so that it can track what's going on your screen.
This one, you do not even need a device. He said, allegedly, I'm going to use allegedly. Thank you. Thank you for putting that in there so we can put this out. Allegedly, most PS5 cheaters use Helios if they're in the input sense Discord instead of using a Titan. Okay. Now he's showing some proof of him going on question and they're breaking down what it is. Right here is the conversation being held right here. Say, yo, he recommends to buy the Helios for the PS5. So the Helios, okay, where do we buy it from or where you get it from? Say it's the same as a Titan, but it's an app on the PC with a built-in remote play. So that's how they do it on PS with a remote play. So you need a capture card, internet adapter to share connection of PC to PS. He said Bullet should have been smart. AO Pass is a known cheater.
So I don't know exactly what happened here with Bullet TV, but I know Bullet TV was going through some ban issues. And I don't know if during that time he ended up getting onto AO Pass's account to play. But this guy is sending Brute a message saying Bullet should have been smarter. AO Pass is a known cheater, a part of these discords for these cheating software. But anyway,
allegedly out there. Don't just call people names. Allegedly, AO Pass is a cheater and has been cheating with the Helios, a Titan 2 Discord input sense and dilemmas. Discord using a cheater account wasn't smart. 50 boy Kel allegedly one of the comp stage and most
I don't even know who that is,
streamers. And of course, he do have some receipts right here where he's showing 50 Ball actually used 2K Vision. Look, they got 1 month plan, 4 month plan, all types.
Yeah, let me pause that. You got a 1 month, 4 month, and you even got like a Dribble Plus plan. So when you see those dudes out there sweating, because some of the things I found most difficult in this 2K is the shooting and dribbling. It's not overly difficult. It just seems so out of your control. I don't feel in complete control when I'm shooting or I'm dribbling. A lot of things feel like it's out of my control. And here you have a whole like a script that you can use, a whole software that you can use to help you automatically green and auto dribble, which is crazy. But anyway,
they got additional dribbles and all kind of things. So when you see people really smooth on that dribbling move, you don't know how they're pulling it up. I'm just putting it out there, y'all.
You know what I find the most crazy about this cheating topic is that 2K and the way in which they have developed gameplay for 2K25, I think they've pushed more players to go and learn more about these cheating devices and cheating softwares than they would have done had they just kept gameplay the way it once was, like in NBA 2K20, 19, 16, and 17, making shooting and dribbling more difficult for players. I think that's one approach to 2K development. I'd like to believe that 2K players love to take on a new challenge. The problem that arises is when 2K players start to find out that it's all RNG. It's all out of your control. This simulation is a complete lie that completely cuts the sentimental tie, and players begin to lose interest and lose care and consideration for gameplay. It becomes a scenario where if you can't beat them, join them. The only difference between one software and the other is that this particular cheating software will let you automatically green all your shots, boosting those dopamines. And that dopamine rush is exactly why you're getting on 2K in the first place. I will always stand against cheaters on this platform, but I tell you what I despise more than cheaters. I despise a gameplay that has been developed to completely undermine the efforts from the 2K player base. No matter how much time you invest in NBA 2K25, you're still gonna fall victim to 2K25's randomness. You're still gonna be under the control of NBA 2K. You thinking that you have control over your player, that's all placebo, that's all a facade. So I really don't even blame players for going and getting these cheating devices. The whole game is just a joke right now, and I'm hoping that NBA 2K gets back to business and brings gameplay back to what it once was. The 2K franchise was completely built or for shooting and dribbling. Let's get back to that. If you guys are tired of running with randoms and you're looking for players to run with on NBA 2K, come on out and join the AllCity 2K Discord. The link will be in the description below. Find players and get runs now. Drop a like and drop a sub on your way out. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Easy, y'all.